Hello, I'm Ron Jonas, and I'm demonstrating our new microball setup for the air cutter press, and we call it the multi-press when you're using it as an air cutter. There's two pins, one on each side here, that lock this part of it in place. So I'm going to lift that off, and this is your base, and this is standard for all the other molds that we'll be using or that we'll make over the years, custom or otherwise. In another video, this will be explained as to what this groove is for, and how to mount it if you're making soap and you're going to be making bath bombs also. The rest of the units will be designed to just set right inside of this. In this case, this is a 32 pocket microball. You can see that the mold bottoms are already put into it, and you don't have to use this. Not like but there's pins on each side that you can place to lock this in place. That's really more for a large block of soap that you're demolding, and might move around on you. You really probably don't need it with this with the multi-press. Okay. This rolls underneath your frame, the top part of the mold, which we call the mold feet or mold foot if you have a single. And basically, now you do want the pins in place when you're getting ready to press out the bath bombs, and because that'll keep it from moving around. And you can see the edges of these are delicate. They're not, they're very strong, but if you come down at an angle or you hit it in the wrong place, you can mush it in a little bit, but it's hard to do. And everything here is tapered a little bit, so it slides right into place. So you push down on the safety knob, pull back on the lever here, and that drops it right into place. To replace the frame, change out frames, that's also shown in the other video. There's 4 Allen bolts that hold this entire frame in place. These Allen bolts, we have an Allen screw, or wrench, but not here right now. But basically, you just loosen them up, and you want them tight, not overly tight, but you want them good and snug so that this doesn't move on these the angle iron mounts here. Okay, so to raise it, once you have it in place, you want to test it out, make sure it just comes down slowly to make sure everything's lined up, when you're first putting it on. And if everything is, then you can bring it all the way up, pull out your pins, and you can start the process of making bath bombs. Now, as you're filling this, we usually use a different bucket, but we couldn't find it today, so we're just using a big bucket. But one of those little 2-gallon buckets from a hardware store work real well. And hopefully we mixed up enough to fill this clear up, which it looks like we have. Basically, you just want to move the material around and You'll get better at it, probably better than I'm doing here, and scooping it around. But you want to press a little bit into the compartment, into the hole, into the molds, and move it around, and after a little practice, you'll have just the right amount of what you need to create that perfect bath bomb, or bath bombs. Then, after you're done, just scoop it all up into a pile. Lift up your stop, and then scoop it off into your bucket. Place this back in the grooves here. There's a stainless steel stop. Then move it back underneath your frame, which we call we haven't got a name for it yet, the top frame. Okay, then push down on your safety lever, pull back on your valve, and I like to come up and down a couple times just to make sure it's pressed well. Pull the two pins, pull your plate back, just lift up, and then you just set it over the top of the plungers, and there you are. And you have perfect bath bombs. This, and there you are, perfect bath bomb. Okay. Okay.